Well, the largest health system in the state is throwing its weight behind the effort to get Hoosiers to wear masks. IU Health recently launched its statewide Wear Because You Care campaign, and Business of Health reporter Kylie Veleta has more. Kylie.
Thank you, Gary. IU Health says the campaign is a natural fit with its mission to make Indiana one of the healthiest states in the U.S. But it's also an important message for businesses and minority communities. Joining me now to tell us more is Dr. Michele Saysana, the Chief Quality and Safety Officer at IU Health. Dr. Saysana, thanks for being on the show today.
Thanks for having me.
Okay, so Wear Because You Care. Just give us an idea. Why did IU want to launch this campaign?
So we felt it was really important that during COVID that we've wanted to be a trusted source of information in these really confusing times. So we felt that along with, as you said, our mission to make Indiana one of the healthiest states in the nation went hand in hand. And to help Hoosiers stay safe during this time, we felt like we wanted to take that stance and launch this campaign to get the message out to Hoosiers all across the state.
That's right. A big important piece of this is that it is statewide, not just in central Indiana. Obviously, IU Health has locations throughout the state. So a special focus of this campaign is minorities. So explain what you're doing to focus on minorities and why is that so important?
So it's really important to us because we've seen all across the country and in Indiana disparities in our minority populations and how they've been affected by COVID. And so we really felt like this was a way to help offer more resources and some protection to those folks. So what we realized is it's really important to leverage some of the media outlets and venues that we can use to reach more minority populations. So Radio One and Telemundo that we know that people tune into, and so we can reach them in different ways than maybe we have traditionally. And so we're really focused on that and excited about that. We're also using some of the work we're doing around vaccinating, doing flu vaccination in our communities to also spread that word as well.
Yes, I know we are going to get to flu vaccines and because we want to talk about that as well. That's also an important piece of this. I know you're also focusing on zip codes that have been disproportionately affected by COVID-19. But let's talk a little bit about the business community. What message is there in this mask campaign for Hoosier businesses?
So I think it's the health and the economy are together in this, and that really we want to help businesses stay open. So if we wear masks, we can keep the rates of COVID down so that we can keep people can go out, and they can go to the grocery stores. They can be patrons of local businesses too. And then also businesses will still have their workers, if they're not affected by COVID, they'll still be able to come to work every day and their kids will be able to go to school. And so by masking, that helps protect us as a community so that we can continue doing the things that we need to do, like go to school and go to work. And I think that's really the message we want to get out.
And hand in hand with this campaign, I know IU Health has a big push on flu vaccinations this season. Explain how that effort is going right along with this Wear Because You Care mask campaign.
Sure. So part of it is that we're using that the venues that we're going to be doing flu vaccination in to also spread this campaign. Obviously, one of the other things is that for many years, it's a requirement to work in our system to receive the flu vaccine so that we can protect our own patients and team members from flu. But then the other piece that's really important about that is we don't want to see increasing rates of flu and COVID in the fall and in the winter because that potentially will overwhelm our emergency departments, our hospitals, and our clinics. And so we know going into the fall and winter, that's usually when we see the flu start to rear its ugly head. And so we want to do everything we can to protect Hoosiers from the flu as well.
And I know IU Health just announced today some free flu vaccination clinics coming up in Marion County. Just a few seconds left, but just big picture, what do you think is the significance of IU Health, the largest medical system in the state, throwing its weight behind this campaign? I know the state has its own mask campaign, but is there more validity when a health system says wear a mask?
I think that it helps, right? I think anything that we can do to help spread that message along with the Indiana State Department of Health is a good thing. And so that's really what we want to. We want to be good partners in this too, and be able to use the channels that we have to be able to communicate that and spread that message and be a trusted source for Hoosiers.
Okay, well, Dr. Saysana, thank you so much for being on the show today and sharing this message. Appreciate it.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. Gary, back to you.